phone.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Because now we are live. How are you? Uh-oh. You just froze. No.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay, there you are. Like, no, freezing. We're going to get through this today without any technical difficulties. I am manifesting it, and that is the way it shall be. So there we go. Really excited because today we do have Toady Hawk coming on around 9 a.m. Eastern time. So about 25 minutes from now. And we're going to be talking betterment and neon chain summer and all the fun things. But we have a bunch of stuff to talk about before we even get to that. So I think we should just get rolling. What do you think?
Yes. Happy Friday. By the way, I think someone spiked my coffee this morning. I woke up it to
What?
Before our show, I woke up and I was having my coffee, I was catching up, and I was scrolling through lore.gmfarcaster.com, and I went back to like Frame Friday days. I bid on many casts that don't need to be bid on, but I got really excited, and then I just upped the bid on Dan's Mole. It's pushing $500 or something.
Wow. And we've got a ways to go on that one, though. We still have a few days. So, yeah. Wow.
Let's run it.
Okay. I guess she did get her coffee was definitely spiked. All right. We're going to get started, and we'll be back in 40 seconds. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Friday, July 25th. Happy Friday. And you are here with Nanish Prof and Adrian for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day, plus a chat with the Toady Hawk, which I am just tweeting now about. So let me get that out. With Toady Hawk joining in just about 20 minutes. Very excited to chat with him. We have a lot going on. Yeah, so
super excited. Did anyone, and I'm curious if anyone out there just got my notification from the mini app saying we are live, because it said it only went to 2 people. It should be going to many more.
And I did not get it.
And when I got it in my notification, it came up with the wrong icon.
Oh, weird. I wonder if that is related to the funkiness that happened yesterday, which we're about to talk about. So I'm going to cast out live now since it's
because maybe
not working.
People are not. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because I don't see anything from our mini app, and I usually do. So weird. Very weird. All right. Well, we're just going to have to roll.
I might send another notification and spam people this morning.
Try it.
Sorry, not sorry. But
I wonder if it's related to this. So we had some issues the past couple days, or all day, like yesterday off and on. Farcaster app should be more stable now. This is from V. Ran into some database issues last night, and we fixed 95% of it. A few more loose ends to clean up, and we should be back in good shape. Farcaster protocol remains unaffected. All other clients were able to read and write to the protocol just fine during the incident. Although I did hear some folks saying that they were having issues with TBA as well. So I'm not sure if that changed at all, where maybe there was an issue. But anyway, so I wonder if that somehow impacted the notifications. I don't know. Did you try it again?
I'm going to do it. So
all right.
It literally says two recipients, and it also pulled. So I have this like just a little silly mini app for free compliments, and it pulled the icon from my free compliment mini app, and it's showing up, and I don't know why.
Oh, so I wonder if I did get it, and I'm just looking at. Nope, I still don't see anything.
But,
weird. That's weird. Weird. All right. Well, maybe there's still some lingering issues occurring. Hopefully those will get fixed. So that was a little bit of an issue yesterday. We did have the collectibles auctions. So the first ones ended, and we've had our first 24 hours of collectibles. And this is from Dan. Collectibles stats roughly 24 hours in. 3,700 plus unique auctions, 1,100 plus unique creators receiving bids, 1,000 unique bidders, and $6,000 plus in creator earnings from settled auctions. So not bad. That's pretty cool. And most of the auctions for anything that was older than 24 hours when the auction started, so that first day, those are going to be not ending for 7 days. So, which is really long. Too long. So a lot of these won't even settle until next week, but yeah, so very interesting first start. We will see this sort of calm down, I'm sure, but I do think it's going to continue to be a primitive that we will see. Let me find some more on that. So this was from Horsefacts timeline today. So this is the other day. The earliest collectible auctions will start settling around noon. That was yesterday. Unless they are extended. New bids in the final 15 minutes extend another 15 minutes. Reload your wallets and prepare your thumbs. 2, no need to claim. We'll settle completed auctions. On settlement, the cast is minted to your Farcaster wallet as an ERC 721. It's fully transferable. This one's a little tricky. I wanted to point this out because if you go into where it says casts in your wallet, if you try to transfer that one, that's not going to work. You have to go back into your collectibles area of your wallet where the NFT lives. So there's two different sort of things. It's pointing to the cast, and you'll see that image in the cast section, but you won't necessarily see it. You'll see a little arch image in your wallet section. So if you want to transfer it, that's where you do that. 3, working on rendering the same nice image artifact we have in the app across wallets and secondary marketplaces. For today, you'll see a placeholder image, that's the arch, and cast metadata like the text author and timestamp will reveal soon. So hopefully we'll get that figured out. And then 4, we've set an optional 0.5% creator fee on OpenSea that goes to the same wallet as protocol fees from the auction. Auction and secondary fees will both go to creator and developer rewards. For those interested, here's the NFT contract on Basescan and source on GitHub. So if you wanted to create anything related to this, there's all the info that you need. Okay. So more to come, I'm sure, about all of this. This from JRF, the main takeaway for me on collectibles is that the Farcaster community really knows how to turn simple, composable crypto UX into delightful, creative marketplaces. And I would say that has been the most fun thing to see for me is what people are doing with this, like the experiments that are coming, the creativity. That's always, I don't know, the most fun. And that reminds me of like when you said Frame Friday, that you were going back to those casts, like that was the same kind of thing. Like watching people come up with crazy things was just fun. So that's what I've been enjoying. This from Toady Hawk, who'll be with us later on today. Even if collectibles were to fail after 1 week and accomplish nothing else, they will still have pulled all of the best casts from the watery depths of Farcaster history and ordered them in a way that only markets can. And that alone might have been worth it, which I do think that's really interesting because we will see certain casts getting, what finds the most most bids and what, you know,
Yeah.
what is the most attractive thing. And Mole's hanging right up there, which is funny.
This has been a common theme. I love this from Tody. I feel like this has been a common theme. We had this conversation with Rachel on Chain or on yesterday about always wanting to know. People are so obsessed with like wanting something to be the thing that becomes a thing in the future.
Yeah.
And I love just like forget about the future, just here and today. What's the value today? Like, oh, this is super fun. We're having a great time. We're making friends. We're building things. Like there's value just in it being cool today without having to worry about like there's so much debate over coins versus collectibles or, you know, Farcaster versus competitors. And it's like, who cares? It's cool today. It's cool today.
I think that's, I think the moment is fun. And is it going to last forever? Who knows? We don't know. We don't know what the staying power will be of collectibles. We don't know. And if you're speculating on something having a future value, don't, because it's not going to work out well. I really don't think it will. So don't do that. But if you're having fun and you're collecting things because you want to own that thing and have that moment in your, you know, in your treasure box of your wallet, then do that because that's what makes it fun. Yeah.
Did you pull my cast from yesterday about secondary markets?
I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
I just had this random thought. I was like, why the obsession over secondary markets? Like most things you buy in life don't have secondary markets.
That's a great point.
Like you buy things all the time, every day. And most things you do buy, if they have a secondary market, the price is gone down.
Much lower. I think because we've tied NFTs to art and collectible things, you know, similar to baseball cards. So when we think about it like that, those do have secondary markets and the traditionally they've gone up in value. So I think because of that, we automatically anything that's like that or anything that's an NFT, we think, oh, it could go up in value someday or could have, and it could, but it also couldn't. It also may not, you know? So when you know, and I think this is important when you're buying art, you know, any kind of art, you buy it because you love it, not because, you know, you think it's going to go up in value. And the same thing with, you know, if you're buying the baseball card, buy it because you like that player, not just because you think it's going to go up in value. But many people will do the opposite and will speculate. So there you go. But I agree. I think we have more secondary markets for things than we've ever had, though, also, just for many types of things. But you're right. Most of them don't go up in value. This from Fred. This is cool to see from Fred Wilson. Hi, casters. I've been enjoying the collecting game that the Farcaster team launched this week. I like the phrasing of that, the framing, collecting game. Engaging on casts can be and should be more than a like, recast, or reply. I have long believed that mint is the new like, and also the path to monetization for consumer crypto. So I'm very enthusiastic about this experiment. So I thought that was interesting. And I think that I like the idea of the collecting game, where it's not just, and I do feel like it is a little bit of a game where you have, you know, different people competing for the same cast and outbidding each other and those kind of things. And it kind of becoming this own fun meta of its own. So I think if you think about it in that framework, it feels a little less speculative. And also everybody's just, you know, trying to outbid Pugson is really what the game is right now. This is the game, people.
Pugson always like a top 5 caster in my book, but especially this week, number 1.
This week, just incredible, amazing. And this is from Dan. Pugson is the top bidder so far. Call him P. Biddy, which I just was like, oh, that dad jokes just roll right off the tongue there, Dan. Too bad Tody wasn't here. He would have appreciated that. And this, we have to give a shout out to Yes to Crypto, who picked up our first cast for a meme-worthy $37. 37, one for each of the people on Farcaster. So thank you, Yes to Crypto, and everyone else who bid. You are welcome to DM us anything specific you want us to shout out. Otherwise, we're just going to have to listen to Nana Froff and Adrian talk about how much they love you. I'm assuming I didn't see anything from Yes to Crypto specific. Did you get anything specific?
He gave us nothing.
Gave
so
us
we
nothing.
just have to talk about how much we love him.
We just love you.
He's here. We
just love you. We just love you. Yes to Crypto. I was very happy to see that he was the one who won this auction too. It just made me happy. It just feels like right.
Totally.
It's like the right person to win this auction. So I just love that. And if you're not familiar, if you're not following Yes to Crypto, first of all, what are you doing with your life and how are you even on Farcaster? So first of all, go do that. But second of all, some of the lore that he has created himself is pretty impressive. We need to go back and bid on his memes. His memes would have, if we had collectibles at the time when he was rolling those out, that would have been amazing. So I have to go back and bid on a few of those because they were amazing. So for 180 days, he did a meme a day to try and bully Matcha into adding limit orders on baits, and it worked.
Bullying works. That's your lesson. That's your lesson.
That's your lesson. Creative bullying, because he put so much effort into it that it became a whole thing. So they eventually, did that. Oh, I should have worn my cat shirt today. Damn it, I didn't think of it till just now. So that, just a little bit of love for yes to Crypto, and thank you for bidding on the auction. I also was thinking, and I have to think this fully through, but you'll probably see it sometime, maybe even over the weekend or early next week, doing something with our shop and making it so that if it's over a certain amount, they get the item for free or something like that. I'll have to play around with it because I have to figure out numbers, but there's something we could do where it would be a little less, like you could get this mug and it would be a little less than you get it on Shopify, but still and it's a way to promote it. So I have to play around with that. There's something there. There's something there. We'll figure that out. Something there. All right. Well, I loved what Samantha did. That was very smart. So it got me thinking. I'm like, we should do something like that. All right. Moving on. We also have the SIM card. So if you want to know who's collecting your stuff or who the top simps are, you can look at this mini app from JC4P, the Hall of Shame, or whatever you want to call it. I like it the Hall of Fame, personally. We've got Pugson at the top, of course, and then Horsefax, Casso, who I don't even know, P3 Shoemaker, July, number 5, Dan coming in at number 6. He is probably the most collected, or maybe Bird is, I'm not sure which, but he's also, he's simping a lot. And then we got Burtworth coming in at number 8, Lobs, Thumb, and then Yes to Crypto at number 12, Casra's in there at 13, and there I am at 14. That's where I was trying to get to. I was at 11, and then I dropped a little bit. I think I got outbid by Pugson a few times, so lost my spot. So
I'm embarrassed to say I don't totally know what simp means. I think I'm either too old or not on the internet enough. I mean, I kind of figured it out, but I'm going to out myself for being a loser.
Yeah, you're just
Am I just old? Is it old?
I mean, it's kind of been in the vernacular for a while.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a little bit at the youngins. It's like,
it made me feel like a loser when I saw this come out. So I didn't even open it.
That's really funny. So that was really cool. A very nice, quick little mini app from the amazing JC4P. Adrian, can you code a Shopify? What was that? I missed that one. Hold on. Can you code a Shopify coupon generator based on purchase price? That's interesting. That would be fun. Or I could just put in a discount code and make life easy. Oh, this was a kind of a cool one as well. This is what, again, made me think of it as well. Was this from Goose? The collector of this cast wins 100 custom coins or keychains created by Wizard Pins. By the way, Wizard Pins, really nice quality. That's what we did I don't have them handy, but our little penguin pin that we had a while back. So very cool. So interesting. Yeah, I think there's some really cool experiments happening. This from Garrett. How much is 1 hour of my time worth? Whoever wins this bid for this cast will get a 1 hour call with me to discuss anything they want. Happy to give feedback, test a mini app, give advice, share my perspective, or whatever else you may want to chat about. So really cool. Someone below said, can this be used as a punishment? Which is funny. Kind of like that. And then this from Nifty Nick announcing collectible fractionalization. You can now fractionalize any Farcaster collectible into tradable ERC20 tokens. Like, what? Did we need this? Okay, fine. After winning a collectible auction, you can split your NFT into fractional shares. The NFT goes into a vault on Base, and you get ERC20 tokens representing ownership pieces that anyone can buy and trade. Why this matters. Expensive collectibles become accessible to everyone, creates liquid markets for cast ownership. Cast authors earn 2.5% on all fractional trades. Communities can collectively own iconic moments. How it works. Split your collectible into 1,000 to 100,000 tokens. Fractional owners get voting rights. Token holders can team up to reunify and claim the original NFT back. All standard ERC20s on Base, works with any DEX or DeFi protocol. Check out the demo here. All right. So this could be really interesting and fun. I could see, like, what if, a bunch of people wanted to own Mole instead of just one person? That might be something. I don't know. This also could be somehow gamified, and I don't know what that would look like, but that could be interesting as well. So there's something here, but I was like, oh my God, this is complicated. This is complicated. You guys are complicating things, but it's kind of interesting. So lots of fun experiments. All right, moving on from collectibles to rewards for videos. Earn 500 leaderboard points by uploading a video each week. We're running this promotion to encourage users to test our new videos feature and give us feedback. Videos must have audio and be longer than 10 seconds to qualify. Please do not post obvious spam or try to abuse the system to earn points. The goal is to increase the number of authentic user-created videos on Farcaster. If you do, we may disqualify you from future rewards and boosts. So there you go.
Okay. By the way, anyone who's going to post spam and try to abuse the system definitely did not click through to the second cast to read this.
Did not. Definitely did not. Definitely not.
They are definitely not listening to us warn you. They are busy spamming the feed right now. They will never know.
And by the way,
they're not getting their 500 points.
Exactly. And by the way, this from Miguel Garest. So funny. So funny. It's 10 seconds. It does have audio. I'm just not playing the audio, but it tells you the exact rules of the game. It's like in his way. So
I saw it.
I was creative.
I saw the notification in the rewards mini app. It says you're getting a boost. So I got my notification that I was getting a boost before Varun announced it. And then
that's funny. I didn't think I noticed that. Oh, that's cool.
I felt so terminally online for a minute.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. I'll have to go look and see if I have one. This from AfroChicks. I have been airdropped $25 for posting on Base App this week. The reward tiers are different to Farcaster. Plus, there isn't a real-time weekly leaderboard. Instead, there's an all-time leaderboard in the earn section. Did anyone else earn on Base App this week? And I don't think I did. But for anybody who did, I know a few people. I think I did last week, though. I got $10, but I don't think I did for this week yet. So, so just another way for creators to earn. And I do see Toady Hawk down there in our green room. I'm going to bring him up in just a moment. Want to make sure I got through most of these things. This from V, trending notifications. Don't miss out on Farcaster Alpha. Trending notifications keep you up to date with what your friends are doing on chain. Trending is mentioned many times in this cast. Notifications are triggered when many people you follow buy the same asset within a few hours. You can enable or disable these notifications in settings, notifications trending on chain. So if you are not wanting to see what other people are buying in terms of tokens, if you don't want those notifications, that's where you turn them off. But they're trying to get them a little bit better and make them a little more useful for all of us who do want them. And this from the Ethereum Foundation: celebrate 10 years of Ethereum in your city. The ecosystem is hosting 100 plus events across the globe to welcome a new decade of Ethereum. To find an event in your region, go to ethereum.org/10 years. And there's all over the world different events happening. A couple more quick things. This you're going to have to go read. It's really long. This is from our friend Danica Swanson. The Studio Slowcore team is excited to introduce the new Gift Economics channel, a Farcaster native small-scale gift economics lab and roundtable. Stewarded and moderated by Danica Swanson, Triggs.eth, and Y0B. The channel was kindly gifted to us by Ted. We plan to host thoughtful, deep dive conversations that cater to long-form readers and systems thinkers. In particular, the channel will encourage open and earnest discussions about structural factors that influence how writers, artists, and other creative professionals are and aren't paid. There's a lot of secrecy and compensation in the arts for all kinds of reasons. Our stewards help facilitate more clarity about where things stand. So go check that out in the Gift Economics channel. This from Firkin. I still don't exactly know what this is. So WTF, what the Firkin? Go check this out. I'm not even sure exactly what this is, but it does look like an interesting experiment. So go take a peek at what the Firkin. Haven't even dove in too much with that. And this also from Steve, introducing TBD, a new way to explore and trade baseapp.base.eth coins. Find alpha by seeding all new Base App coin launches instantly. Swap directly from our UX for fast, easy trading, pro-level filters, tightly integrated with Farcaster and the social graph live now. And that coin was popping off as well. So take a peek at that. And not financial advice whatsoever. And this from our friend Jay Petrich. We're excited to announce that we've raised $30 million in Series A funding led by Forerunner, with participation from NEA, Y Combinator, Burst Capital, Prelude, and Parify. Thanks to our team, users, and investors for believing in our vision. This is just the beginning. This is for courtyard.io. And if you're not familiar, this is a way to trade collectibles, as a matter of fact. And speaking of, real life collectibles,
like actual
in a digital way, actual like baseball cards, but you do it digitally on Polygon of all places. So it's funny because he's like, maybe I can get a shout out from Jam Farcaster. I'm like, I already pulled the cast. I already pulled the cast. He's like, even though it has nothing to do with Farcaster, but it does, because it's totally tapping into the incubator ethos that is Farcaster. So we've been watching Joe build this with his team for so long, and it's really cool to see this happening. So congratulations. And lastly, before we jump to Toady, this from Linda. We've got an exciting Farcaster AMA with Brian Armstrong, the co-founder and CEO of Coinbase, coming up on Monday, August 4th at 10:15 a.m. PT. You can use this event's XYZ link to add to your calendar as a reminder. So that will be fun. He has done AMAs before, and I'm excited to see that. And I lied. There is one more thing. This from Ted. Little sad news. Personal update from Ted. Made the tough decision to leave Farcaster, the Merkle team, she means. Grateful to work alongside such a bar-raising team on what I believe is a mission critical for the future. Decentralized social, forever a fan. Can't wait to roll up my sleeves and dig into what's next. But first, a week to soak up the sun. More soon. So, Ted, good luck on whatever is next. For those who've been here for a minute, some of us weren't that surprised. I feel like, maybe it just was a little early for that type of role for Merkle. So
yeah,
there we go. But it's important to experiment and see what we can do. So there we go. All right.
I love Ted though.
We love Ted.
I can't even like, to me, Farcaster is just like Ted is Farcaster. So
but I feel like she's been a lot quieter. So maybe we'll have a lot more Ted actually.
Yeah.
Now she's moving on. Funny enough. All right, let's bring up Mr. Toady Hawk to the stage. Hello, Toady.
Hi, Toady.
GM, Toady. GM Farcaster.
GM, Toady
nice.
Hawk.
Are we twinning?
Nice shirt.
We are twinning.
I'm not twinning. I'm announced.
Hey, twinning.
Unfortunately, I'm here to announce that I'm leaving Farcaster. Sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry.
She just kicked him off the stage. You can bring him back now.
Okay. Fine.
I don't know. I think I would have been here for the bit if you just continued on like nothing happened.
So funny. I wasn't expecting that. All right, Toady Hawk, you have been busy, like to say the least.
Yeah.
I think that's an understatement.
Better busy than bored. That's what I always say.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about Neon Chain Summer and what the heck is that? But we should probably take a step back and just tell people what Betterment is first.
Sure.
Before we jump into that. And then let's jump into what Neon Chain Summer is. So
sure.
Where do you want to start?
So Betterment is a mini app. Do you guys know what mini apps are? You heard of those?
I don't. I'm not familiar.
We call them frames around here.
We call them frames. Exactly.
Betterment is a mini app that makes collecting on-chain content and supporting on-chain creators into a thrice weekly event, a live event that happens in a mini app. Gives people a reason to show up and collect content from creators that they maybe love or maybe they're about to discover. And in return, they can win some bonuses, spin a wheel, a neon wheel, and win some bonuses back in base tokens. So kind of a simple mechanic that way. Just I call it distribution by dopamine, basically, for creators. We started this app 3 months ago, and it's been going really well. I think we just did the numbers, and we've done over $85,000 worth of volume in 3 months, which is
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and also been able to pay out over 10 ETH to our creators too, which is our North Stars, like helping creators like you guys and me and other artists and creators figure out ways to get paid for their creativity on chain. And you guys know better than most that it's very difficult in this climate to do that consistently. So yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing. And maybe that's a good lead into what we're doing with Neon Chain Summer.
Yeah, let me just show this demo page. Oh, if I can. I don't know if I can. Oh, maybe it's not working.
If it's in a browser, it's not going to work. But if it's in
Farcaster, okay. Never mind.
It has to be within Farcaster. But
see, messing me up. Okay. I wanted to just show it off, but you can go check out. There's a demo version of this that I think is really cool because that way you get to see it even if it's not actually a live spin. And essentially you're clicking to mint something. You can mint 1, 5, however many. I think that's the max now, right? 5 per spin. And then you get to spin that many times. So however many copies you mint is how many spins you got, and it's fun. It's just really fun. So I appreciate the new mechanic that you're playing around with. Yeah.
I sent you the link on Farcaster. I don't know if that's helpful if you want to bring it up in Farcaster, and that way you'll be able to run the demo properly. But
yeah, let me see if I can do that.
We do it live.
I don't know if it'll work right now. Let's just move on to talk about Neon Chain Summer. Moving on.
So
let's talk Neon Chain Summer. Like
when
what's going on with
this, when NetKnows, my technical co-founder, and I started this app, we just to keep it simple, we used a pods.media activation to begin because Pods uses an old version of Zora that has a very clear-cut reward system for creators. So it just made a lot of sense to sort of bootstrap and use that for the app. Plus, I have a podcast. My co-creator Jack Wilds has a podcast. You guys have a podcast. So I knew lots of ways that we could dog food the app if we started with podcasts. But it was always our intention to expand it out to other creators once we figured out how to incorporate other platforms, essentially for different types of media. So we're there. We're ready to incorporate other types of art and artists. And so to celebrate that, we wanted to kick off a sort of celebration of Farcaster native art on the timeline. I personally feel like there's a dearth of art on the timeline lately. You don't see a lot of it at all, really. I'd love to see more of it. And so we thought, how can we try to, be a catalyst for that change? So we approached a lot of different projects in the ecosystem and have a lot of great partners who have come on board to help us fund a bunch of prize pools to run 10 weeks worth of artist-focused rounds by Farcaster native artists. I'm sure you've heard of some of them. I can kind of go over some of the lineup because it's a pretty good one. But we've got Oxen, who I'm sure you guys all know. Miguel Garay.
We know. We love Oxen.
We love
of course.
Miguel, who just did the official Farcaster Pro subscription animation, is going to be doing an animation for this. Sloppy Pencil, who, if you don't know him, you better get to know him. He's the animator. If you know the Pickle Rick episode of Rick and Morty, he is literally the guy that animated Pickle Rick. Right?
And that's why he's the pickle. He's the pickle.
Now he's a Nanish Pickle, so it all makes sense.
Pickle.
Lewis OSB, who I actually didn't know before, but it was brought to my attention when I sort of sent out a cast and asked people to recommend their favorite Farcaster artists. A few people recommended him, and he has a really, really neat style and really love it. I think it's going to lend itself well to the prompt for this event, which is basically on-chain summer, but make it neon. So excited for that. Ola Kid, who's sort of an artist from Argentina who's coming up in the Farcaster ecosystem. I've collaborated with him a couple times before. Incredible style. We've got Empress Trash, who is actually a neon aesthetic AI assisted artist who I discovered on TikTok of all places. I was posting videos
that's wild.
on our Zero Rights TikTok, and I tend to get a lot of Web3 content served to me there by the algorithm, and I just happened to see some videos that she made that were like very neon aesthetic, and so I reached out to her on Farcaster and I said, hey, we're doing this thing, would you like to collaborate? And she was excited to do so, and she's actually going to be our first drop later today, which we'll talk about in a bit. We also have Pixahead, who's an amazing pixel artist from the Farcaster ecosystem. Flood, who I'm not sure how to say his name aloud.
It's a lot of F's.
Four F's.
It's a lot of F's.
We have Laura Dangu, Zero X Aprilia. Those are the 10 artists from the original roster. We are in the process actually of doing like a final sprint of fundraising here to see if we can expand the roster from 10 to 16 artists, because frankly, when we announced this about 3 weeks ago, I had so many artists in my DMs being like, I want to participate too, but we kind of already had the roster set before we went to sponsors because we needed to have some proof of work. And so anyway, all that to say, we're trying to see if we can expand it a little bit more and include a few more artists. So it's at least.
And I saw this yesterday as well, which was very cool. So if you want to support so they can expand to different artists, here's the little bonus opportunity. So this was from Chronist. Hello, Neon fans. I'm warming up the engines and checking all circuits. The PFP Neonifying Marathon is about to begin. For several hours, I'll be your personal PFP neonizer bot. All you need to do is donate at least $1 to the Neon Chain Summer crowdfund and cast this message in the Better channel. And you can check this out and you'll find the crowdfund as well. Expand our Neon Chain Summer art series to 16 artists. And you can donate right here as part of the crowdfund mini app. And if you do that, you can also then cast this and get your own little neon, very cool little neon PFP.
That was supposed to be mostly yesterday, but he's going to be doing it again today after he's done work. Because yesterday, as you guys know, the network was not in a good place, and so he was just like pulling his hair out trying to upload images and stuff. So he's going to do more today. But the funny story there, we were talking about it. We have a chat for people who hold 50 million or more of the native token for Betterment, which is BETR, $better. And we were talking about how cults.fun was doing this interesting airdrop where you had to sort of AI generate a cults themed PFP in order to claim the airdrop. And we were thinking, it'd be neat, to have an AI generated tool where people could neonify their PFP for Neon Chain Summer. And we were talking about how to do that. And then Chronist, who's a neon aesthetic artist, like piped up and he's like, I could just be a bot for you for
just
the day.
Do that.
I was like, you know what? That's perfect. That like totally fits the ethos of what we're doing here. And so we just paid him for the day. And now it'll be 2 days to sit there and make neon versions of people's PFPs. And actually Chronist is one of the artists that we're trying to expand to include in the profile. Because I actually, unfortunately, did not know about his work before we started preparing for this. But when I announced it, like 10 people were like, "How do you not have Cronus on here? Like he has a he has a token called $ Neon. Like, what are you doing?" And so I really want to be able to include Neon in the series, and I think we will be able to.
That's awesome. I love that. And also, speaking of other things you're doing with the Better Believers group as well, there's Better Fold Poker, and some of it's open to anybody. And then every once in a while, there's a pop-up secret game. And if you are one of the Better Believers, in other words, you're holding 50 million Better token and you're in the group chat, you'll find those games popping up. But there's also Better Fold poker tournaments happening. There's one today, I believe. Yes. This was from a couple days ago, but there's one on Fridays as well. And so if you go follow Burberry, you will see when the latest is coming. So
we hired Melissa almost a month ago now for a 2-month stint to help us build community. Her official role is CFO, Chief Fun Officer for Betterment, and she's just helping sort of build our community and strengthen sort of the bonds that we're we're building with the app that we're building. So excited for that. I was a big fan of Melissa's before I saw everything she built with her own poker club, and she did all that for really no pay,
like nothing.
Reward, just to bring some fun to the timeline. And like poker, I played a lot of poker in my day. Like I have a DGen Toady chapter in my 20s when I definitely spent way too much time playing cash poker, and so I love the game and I play it with my friends. I think it's a really great game. The other thing too is that it's a good game for like just beginners and people to sort of get together and have fun, because like, it is a skill game, but there's definitely a lot of luck involved, and so anyone can kind of jump in and have fun. It's a great sort of community builder, and Melissa just does a great job of like organizing these pop-up tournaments, and people really love it, and she's helping us in other ways too, just to sort of build the community vibes as we build the app.
Love it. And then you also have expanded to paragraph coins. So you had your first experiment with that this week, right? And
yeah, we've built scaffolding, I call it, for both kinds of content coins now, Zora and Paragraph. We didn't originally support them when we launched the app because the reward structure for creators is not as obvious with coins. Like, for example, if I collect $100 worth of prof coin, you're not making $50 there. You're making 1% of volume.
Right.
It's good for different things. Like I think what we're experimenting with coins is really neat in terms of like tokenizing the attention, the virality of the attention, but it's just different than sort of the traditional more patronage model of collecting NFTs. So we had to figure out how do we marry that approach that Jacob's sort of invented with our ethos of like making sure creators get paid every time that they are featured in the app. So what we basically did is we built a layer 2 essentially on top of content coins, where when we're featuring a content coin, whether it be a paragraph coin or a Zora coin, when you jump in the app and you spin for that day, what you're doing is you're buying a little bit of the coin, and then the remainder of your spin cost is basically going straight to the creator and to the app.
Oh, that's good.
And so that way, you get the creator coin sort of gets some interesting attention, and we can talk about that in a second, because there's been some weird behavior almost with the charts when we run these rounds. And then also the creators just guaranteed to make like $350 to $400 throughout the round for their creativity, which
that's good.
Was important to us. We don't want to like dangle a stick and not be able to deliver for creators when they feature.
Yeah, it's just so people understand, like when you're doing it with a pods NFT, it's just a little easier split, because you can create a split contract within pods, and it's just very easy to do. And the creators are getting, half of whatever the spins are that day from the buying of the NFTs. But when you're doing with coins, it's much trickier. It's a much
well, when you're doing with pods, you're literally just driving distribution to the
NFT.
The same as if you were using Layer 3 or Boost Protocol, which were both, big influences in what we were building. So, yeah, much more straightforward. With Zora, it's and with coins, it's definitely more of like it's a custom set of contracts that NetNose has built to make this work. And let's just say if it was mainnet in 2021, the Zora coin contract would cost close to $200 per spin. I'm not even kidding, because of all the things that happen under the hood when you spin. But the great thing is, like with Base and with the new with the roll-up centric roadmap, we can do these types of things for pennies, and it's pretty cool to be able to experiment. You have the paragraph coin up there that we featured on Wednesday from Sonia. Right. By the way, if you haven't read this article, I haven't read it yet. You read it. Like Sonia is just like restored my entire confidence in the entire career of journalism, because I've almost stopped paying attention to journalists, unfortunately, in this space, because so many of them are just hacks. They don't care. They put out sensationalist garbage, or they're trying to scam you, or nothing in between. So when she reached out to write this article, I was happy to do it because I'd seen her on the timeline and whatnot, but I was just blown away by how much time she spent speaking to me, asking follow-up questions, like really understanding what we're trying to do with the app. And it's an incredible piece. I'm going to be pinning it to the top of our channel so people can read it to learn about how the app works. That's how good it is. And then
so this is a great. So if you haven't played around with Betterment and you don't know anything about it, this would be a great starting point if you want to learn more, for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't like prime you on exactly how it works, but it goes through like all the community, the tokenomics, what we're trying to do, the challenges. Like, she just did a great job of breaking that all down and understanding it. So kudos to Sonia, and thank you. And then before she was about to drop this, she reached out to me on the Monday, and she's like, hey, what if we sort of did something meta and we dropped this on Betterment when it goes live? And so that's what we did. She minted it as a paragraph.
That's a great idea.
If you didn't know that Paragraph now has coins too, everything you write on Paragraph gets a content coin associated with it. And so we put it on Paragraph, and something really weird happened, is that the coin itself, the content coin, when we featured it, actually popped off and started trending on Farcaster, and ended up doing like a 10,000x or 1,000%, sorry, like a 10x or 100x on its price over the course of the round, which is just funny. It's like one of those things, like markets be marketing, and it's interesting what happens. And also with these coins, they're kind of like, if you've ever tried to buy a content coin, they're low liquidity, and so there's something interesting about the dynamic when it interacts with Betterment, because people are buying these $2 spins basically, and buying little bits of the coin over the course of 20 minutes, and it just like stair steps the chart and makes it do weird things, and then people jump in, and
you probably see it's trending, and other people are buying because it's trending. And so that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. That is really interesting. One other thing I want to highlight. I said you had a lot going on. I wasn't
you
kidding.
Weren't lying. Yeah.
I wasn't kidding. This was from yesterday, correct?
Yes.
I think you did the Neon Chain Summer, but I wanted to you're going to be doing this weekly, the Neon Chain Summer sessions. So I just wanted to give it a little shout out. So this will be, your next one's going to be next Thursday.
Next Thursday, 2 p.m. Yeah.
Next Thursday, 2 p.m. So doing these Neon Chain Summer sessions. And this is over on Twitter. Yes, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're going to be doing them on stream as well. I had some issues yesterday setting up the stream, but we will be, not stream, retake. So we're going to have it live on both retake and X for the next week's show.
Okay, great. Awesome. So look for that as well. And then you have another spin happening today. And this is the first day of Neon Chain Summer.
You're making me tired, by the way.
I know. Well, this is so much. Like, I had a whole entire browser window that's just you. It's just toady stuff. This is not creepy. Stuff.
Not creepy at all.
Yeah. Not at all. So this is for today, and you received a 1 million DGen grant from Jacek to help with this celebration. So we got that's hence the neon top hat. There we go.
Yeah.
So what all is happening today with the Betterment? Like, what do you got going on?
So normally you spin in Betterment using ETH. The reason why is because we originally built it with pods.media, and they use ETH for their minting codes. No other reason, really. We may change it in the future, but that's how it is right now. But for the next 10 weeks during this Neon Chain Summer activation, we will be doing spins during the Neon Chain drops in DGen. So you'll have to have some DGen in your wallet. But when I was talking to Jacek about this, I like to make work for myself or for ourselves. I don't know why, but I was like, was like, maybe there's a way we can make it so that it's not just a simple point of sale integration, because like to me that didn't seem very bullish for the DGen community. It's like, okay, you got to use DGen to spin, but like you're basically just I love it. You're basically just incentivizing people to spend to swap their DGen at that point, right? Because the mint has to happen in ETH, right? So people would be showing up, and you could just put like a little swap at the start, but that's not really great for DGen. So instead, I cajoled NetNose into doing this custom scaffolding again on top of our existing mechanism that sort of preserves the value of DGen for the community. And so what'll happen is you'll have to have DGen in your wallet when you come to spin in today's spin at 3 p.m. EST. But we're just going to take your DGen, give it all to us. We want all the DGen. We're going to pay the mint cost for you out of pocket. We're going to keep that DGen and roll it into a prize pool for the next round. So that way, that way it gets distributed out during a round to 100 to 150 people instead of getting sold all in one clip whenever people do the play, and it should be a lot more organic. And so we're curious to see how that will work, but NetNose is a wizard, so I'm sure it will all be great. And Jacek, I think, was really appreciative that we took the extra time to build something that was that considered sell pressure and whatnot for them too.
So I'd say that big thing today is make sure if you're playing Betterment, you have some DGen in your wallet.
800 DGen, I think I did the math last night, but about 800 DGen is what you'll need per spin. So
okay, so make sure you have your DGen, have your top hat ready. I wish you had your top hat handy. I know we didn't think.
Mine.
Yeah, where is yours?
I don't think I have one. Yeah, send me a top hat.
You need a top hat.
It's not within reach.
Let's see. All my hats are right here. Right over there.
Yours is very cute.
Just within grasp, eh? Like
they're all within grasp, as well as I have noggles within.
You're just like what's that guy's name? Carrot Top. You're like Carrot Top, and you just have like your props within reach at all times.
Just within reach, just in case I need them. I've got a handy.
I couldn't talk, but
there we go. See, you got to have them handy, just in case. All right.
Tony, I have your
I've got these.
Let's go, super boost.
I've got these handy. I've got everything handy.
That's all I have nearby.
You gotta have it. You gotta. Oh, you were wearing that yesterday. We did a podcast with Rachel on Chain and that recorded, and Adrian was wearing the super based hat for that. So yeah, funny.
It wouldn't be an episode of GM Farcaster if Prof and I didn't have a swag off at some point.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have to do it. I have like so many things that are just like right within reach. I even have my I showed this on something else, my Girl Scout cookies box.
Should I take myself off stage?
You already took me off stage, so
what am I doing here?
I don't have enough swag.
You're moderating. You're like the middle sibling that's keeping us from killing each other.
That's no good stuff.
I am a middle child, by the way, if that's
really
not obvious.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. It all makes sense. Tony, anything else that we didn't cover? That was a lot. There's a lot happening in the Betterment world. But anything we missed that you wanted to shout out that we may have forgotten about?
No, I don't think so. We just finally made a channel. Maybe I'll leave with that.
Oh, that's what I forgot.
Channel, Better, BETR. And people were requesting it for a while, but I was having issues actually with warps. Like I was trying to buy warps for a while. It wasn't working properly. So I finally got it fixed. Bought the channel. No one was squatting on it, so there's that.
That's good.
Now we have the channel. So
that's because no one has warps.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so I was protected by that.
Tony, when you need a channel, just ask me.
She does channel as a service.
I do channel creation as a service. Yeah.
Yes. Because she has an insane amount of warps. Or we can probably ask Goose.
Are you just laundering your warps?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
It's the only thing you can do with the warps.
Maybe the only other thing I'll say too is that we are still in this process of trying to expand our artist roster from 10 to 16, and we're about $3,000, $4,000 short of that goal. We're going to go forward with not Neon Chain Summer regardless, just to be clear, but we just want to be able to include more artists. So if you're a project that would like to be featured alongside the other sponsors that you just showed, drop in my DMs. We have room for a couple more, and we also have the crowdfund going on until Tuesday, I think. And if you donate $1 to that, then you get your PFP neonified by Cronus.
Neonified,
so pretty good deal.
Go get your neonified PFP. And yeah, so here's all the premier sponsors and featured artists, amazing crew that you've got here. Some of these images I don't recognize in their neon form, but I'm like, who is that? But it's very cool. Very, very cool. So excited for Neon Chain Summer starting today.
3 p.m. EST, Empress Trash. If you watched the video yesterday, you got a bit of a sneak peek of the piece that she made. It's incredible. You're going to want to collect it. So I'm excited.
Amazing. And so look for that. Look for go donate if you're able to the Neon Chain Summer Art Series expansion crowdfund. Look for Better Fold Poker, which will be coming up later today as well. And go give this a read, the Betterment Flywheel. So, and with that, I think that's everything. I can't believe I forgot to put the Neon GM up. I just remembered the very end.
I love it.
And with that, everybody, we're going to call it there. Thank you, Toady Hawk, for joining us today. This has been so fun.
Always a pleasure.
Happy Friday, all. And we'll be back Monday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern with Creator DAO. We're going to have Creator DAO and Ryan from the creators, and we'll be talking about
both partners for Neon Chain Summers. So let's go.
There you go. Amazing. And so we'll be chatting with them about all that they have going on. And until then, everybody, have a great weekend. Happy Friday. Adrian, anything else before we head out?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And with that, everybody, bye.